There is a fine line between a genius and a madman, a fine line between very spiritual or just imagining things. And today we're going to be looking at that fine line through palmistry. And before I do so, let me just say that I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not giving you like individual psychiatric evaluation. I'm just telling you what palmistry says here. So to figure out if you're spiritual or if you're just imagining like spirits and that kind of thing, we look at two specific parts of the hand. The first is the ring of Jupiter, and the second is the headline underneath the mount of Saturn, or underneath the middle finger. And let me just explain what's going on with these two areas first, and then we'll put it all together. So the ring of Jupiter, that's all for spiritual people. In fact, every spiritual person I've ever met has this mark on their hand. It's like a semicircular arc that runs under the index finger. And to time this, we basically take this whole bow and take it from the age of 0 from one side of the hand through to 35 on the other side of the hand. The midpoint of this line is about 17.5 years of age, because that's half of 35. And so whenever this line is thick and strong, that means you're spiritual. But whenever it breaks, that means your spirituality is going pear-shaped here. And so in this example here, there's a break for this person's ring of Jupiter at around about the age of 15. And then it starts again at about 20. So what that means is that between the ages of 15 to 20, this spiritual person turned their back on their spirituality. And the age of 20, that's around about when this Rahu line cuts this heart line. But we're not going to get into that right now. Okay, so this person is legit spiritual. Is he imagining his spirituality, or is it genuine? That's the next question. So to figure that out, we look at the headline under Saturn, and that's the middle finger. And you see how it deviates at this point? That's the age of 35 on the headline. And so Saturn, that's all about hard work and suffering. The headline is ruled by Jupiter, which is wisdom. So you know that ring of Jupiter that gives spiritual inclinations and also wisdom? Well, we're putting these two together here. So if the clash between these two planets means that your spiritual talents, they're not being used well. And what happened to this person at the age of 35, they were actually institutionalized. He was being given heavy doses of medication because he was feeling that he was seeing spirits around him. Now he's in his 40s and he's actually very spiritual. He's done the hard work on his spirituality to start to ground himself and start to focus on his own spiritual well-being. Let's have a look at another example. Here we can see the ring of Jupiter, and we can also see the same issue with the headline under the middle finger. So what happened with this person was at the age of 37, her father died. And this person went through depression that lasted for a couple years. So you can see how being spiritual would have led to this, and that she would have had a really strong empathy, which made us unfortunately suffer more than normal during that time. Here's a third example. Again, there's a ring of Jupiter here, but there's no break or deviation in this headline. So this person, he's spiritual and is not going to suffer for his spirituality. In today's day and age, being spiritual means suffering. Unfortunately, it's actually always been that way. If you look at figures like Jesus or Buddha or Muhammad, they always suffered more than the average person. And it's about being grounded in your spirituality. When the headline deviates under Saturn's influence, it means that you're not grounded. And in today's day and age, they medicate you for that kind of thing. So this is how to tell if you're spiritual or if you're just imagining stuff. If you've got both of these things, that means you're not imagining things. You're legit spiritual. And I hope this helps you guys. If you have questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks a lot, guys.